now less than a week away. Former U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday sought to distance himself from racist comments made at his New York rally on Sunday, while Vice President Kamala Harris held the biggest rally of her presidential run to date. More than 75,000 people gathered Tuesday evening for Harris's rally in Washington, D.C., according to an estimate by her campaign. She spoke from the same spot where Trump addressed his supporters before they attacked the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021.
Look, we know who Donald Trump is. He is the person who stood at this very spot nearly 4 years ago and sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election.
Harris went on to contrast her vision of leadership with what she described as Trump's.
On day one, if elected, Donald Trump would walk into that office with an enemies list. When elected, I will walk in with a to-do list, full of priorities of what I will get done for the American people.
Meanwhile, Trump on Tuesday appeared keen to move on from the controversy surrounding his New York City rally on Sunday.
There's literally a floating island of garbage,
where a comedian called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage and peddled other racist tropes about Latinos and other minority groups. In Florida earlier in the day, Trump praised that event and said he was honored to be involved.
It was like a love fest, an absolute love fest.
The Trump campaign has said the joke did not reflect its views, though the candidate himself has not directly commented on the remarks. Later on Tuesday, Trump flew to Pennsylvania, the biggest prize among the 7 battleground states that will decide the outcome of the November 5th election. Puerto Ricans are the largest Hispanic group in the state, according to data from the U.S. Census Bureau. At a roundtable in Drexel Hill, Trump touted his record.
I think no president's done more for Puerto Rico than I have.
Trump repeated the line later on at a rally in the heavily Hispanic city of Allentown.
Nobody loves our Latino community and our Puerto Rican community more than I do. Nobody. You know, it's interesting because I've done more for Puerto Rico than any president by far.
Harris has led Trump in every Reuters Ipsos poll since she entered the race in July, but her advantage has steadily shrunk since late September. As the candidates near the finish line, a Reuters Ipsos poll on Tuesday showed that Harris's lead has eroded to just 44 to 43% among registered voters.
Others are still considering who to vote for, or whether you'll vote at all. So tonight, I will speak to everyone about the choice and the stakes in this election. Look, we know who Donald Trump is. He is the person who stood at this very spot nearly 4 years ago and sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol to overturn the will of the people in a free and fair election. An election that he knew he lost. Americans died as a result of that attack. 140 law enforcement officers were injured because of that attack. And while Donald Trump sat in the White House watching as the violence unfolded on television, he was told by his staff that the mob wanted to kill his own vice president. And Donald Trump responded with 2 words: so what? America, that's who Donald Trump is. And that's who is asking you to give him another 4 years in the Oval Office. And afraid of each other. That is who he is. But America, this is not a candidate for president who is thinking about how to make your life better. This is someone who is unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and out for unchecked power. President, I will fight to help first-time home buyers with your down payment, take on the companies that are jacking up rent. And the fact that someone disagrees with us does not make them the enemy within. They are family, neighbors, classmates, co-workers. They are fellow Americans. And as Americans, we rise and fall together. America, for too long, we have been consumed with too much division, chaos, and mutual distrust. And it can be easy then to forget a simple truth. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. Thank you, everyone. So listen, 1 week from today, you will have the chance to make a decision that directly impacts your life, the life of your family, and the future of this country we love. And it will probably be the most important vote you ever cast. And this election is more than just a choice between two parties and two different candidates. It is a choice about whether we have a country rooted in freedom for every American or ruled by chaos and division.